Hey ladies, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. As many of you may know, my name is Sierra and I am your favorite PCOS warrior. Today I will be going over what supplements I use to manage my symptoms. For those who don't know, PCOS is an incurable endocrine disease or disorder. It stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. And if you don't know what it is, pause my video and go look it up. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying it because it's better for you to be informed and not just hear my biased opinion on the symptoms that I hate and experience the most. So, before we get started, I know you probably watched a billion videos. I know you've Googled 1,000 times, so I'm just going to give you the straightforward information, right? I know we don't want to talk about it, but what do I have here? This is a pill organizer. When I started using this, even though it made me feel like a granny, even though I felt like I'm not even 30 yet, it really helped me manage what pills I was taking, when I should take them. And then this is a really cool one because they're all together. My Thursday one is missing. It's in my other bag that I haven't worn since Thursday. But you can open these up. It has Monday morning, noon, and night. It has its own separate carrier. So in the morning, if you have a busy schedule like myself, I just pop one of these out, put it in my purse. It's really, really cute and small. So just in case you're going to be out for a couple of days or just the entire day, you can take one or a couple of these. Everything that I'm using is not prescribed, that's not prescribed, can be found in the links below. And then I also go over some of the things that I've been prescribed over the years and my personal experience that with those in no particular order. Let's get started before I get tired, okay? So I'm going to talk about what it is, the dose, how much, how many I take a day, and how it helps me. And we're actually going to go ahead and sort my pills for me this month. So if you have already watched this video and you bought you one, go ahead and play this video every Sunday. Whatever day is your reset day, play this video. And we can just go ahead and do this together. And I know there comes times where we be like, I know this is what's best for me, but I simply don't feel like doing it. Put on this video. We're going to be doing it together and you'll be reminded by all of the details. I do have my computer right here, so I'm going to make sure I don't miss anything for y'all. If y'all see me looking over here, it's not somebody chasing me. So the first thing you do, the L-Glutamine. Again, I'm going to post the links down below, but this girl right here is our friend. I take 500 milligrams per day, which is only one of these. This can be found at the vitamin shop. That's where I got it from, but I also have a link for one at Amazon. So I take this once a day, and this counters the stress hormone cortisol. If you don't know what cortisol is, it's the stress hormone, and it actually affects your heart. If you don't know, with PCOS, we are at a higher risk of heart disease because cortisol is so high over our lifespan. So I take one of these. You're supposed to take it with the empty stomach. So I take it in the morning. I also intermittent fast, which means that I don't typically eat until 12 or noon. So when I wake up in the morning, this would be perfect for me. Again, just need one for the day. Yes, I wash my hands. Yes, I wash the table. Everything will be fine. So we got this girly out the way. Next, we are going to get into magnesium. So I take 250 milligrams of this per day with a meal. You have to take this one with a meal. I have thought I was grown and tried to do it on my own and ended up throwing up, okay? So this lowers your blood pressure, helps with your BMI, which means we're going to get that weight down and manage and make sure that if we are gaining weight, it's not just all fat. And it helps with your androgen levels and reduces anxiety. What is androgen? Let's just say it's the hormones that remind us of manly things, okay? So I take this at night. One thing that I realized about myself is that I don't like taking medications first thing in the morning. I don't like to be reminded of my disease first thing in the morning. So a lot of the stuff I take in the morning will be like little cute vitamins, you know, like stuff that makes me lose weight or just makes me think about something happy, and not things that are necessarily just linked to PCOS. So, and I like taking the heavy drugs at night, aka the vitamins that could make you use the bathroom a little bit more. I don't want to do that in public. Or my overall medications I like to take at night. So if I do get sick from them, if I get bothered from them, at least I'm on my way to bed, or I have ample amounts of hours to recover before the next day. So with zinc, I take 30 milligrams per day with water and a meal. So this is also going to be a nighttime with me. This helps with hormone balance, specifically estrogen and progesterone. And this really helps with the excessive hair. So if you are experiencing a whole bunch of hair on your upper legs, a whole bunch of hair on your arms, or in the places that make you feel not so cute, zinc really helps with that. So again, these are gonna go at night, and I'm gonna be mad when I find my Thursday one. Okay, try not to pour them all out like me. You really shouldn't do that. So this is Inositol. This is 500 milligrams per cap. I like to take 2,000 per day. I think I'm actually running out of this one, so I might not be able to do that. But this is one of the ones I like taking in the morning and at lunch. So I take 2 in the morning, 2 at lunch, and this helps with the proper use of insulin, which means it's going to help us shred those pounds, and it helps reduce blood sugar and blood pressure. So if you got to start with one, this is the one I would start with. So I'm actually just going to do 1 and 1 because I think I'll only be able to take 1,000 per day this week. I just don't have that many left. So 1 for the morning, 1 for lunch. Intermittent fasting is something that just worked for me too, but I'll be going over that in a whole separate video. If you didn't do your Googles, I will be going over what PCOS is in another video. But that is Inositol. Ugh. How gross. Alright, the next thing we're going to go over is Berberine. I know y'all probably heard a lot about this one when it comes to weight loss. This is 500 milligrams right here. You can do in between 500 to 1,500 milligrams per day. This week I am going to do 1,000 milligrams since I am low on the Inositol and I can't do my typical 2,000 milligrams. This is another one that I take at lunch with my meal, since it will be my first meal of the day, my first chance to take it. This helps with weight loss and ovulation rate. So if you are trying to get pregnant, Berberine is a must. I know, the color is a little weird. So you're gonna say it doesn't look like they're all fitting, because they're not. Sometimes I know what I need to take at this point, and then sometimes I do a little bit of squishing. I have to tell y'all the truth, but I think Berberine is actually the last one that I take for lunch. Let's see. Okay, moving on to GTF Chromium. Y'all, I promise I'm gonna go into details on my shorts a little more about these if y'all are nervous. This is 200 mcg. Okay, mcg. I take 1 of these per day, and this is one that is in between meals. It's very specific about when you take it. I practice intermittent fasting, but after my workout in the morning, I do take a protein shake. So I just include this one in my morning to make sure I get that over with. And then this helps improve our insulin levels. It increases our ovulation. And this is the one you need to take if you're having issues with having a consistent period. If you want a consistent period, you want your ovulation right, this, some Berberine, and Inositol, it's going to get you together. Now, we did the fun stuff. We're going to talk about some of the things that I have been prescribed. I'm going to talk about my journey with them, if I still use them or not. So this is one that is very hard to pronounce. This is called Spironolactone. Okay. This is typically used for men with high blood pressure, but in women, it helps us grow our hair back when we have male pattern hair loss, aka androgenic alopecia. This also will cause birth defects. So if you are having unprotected sex or you are trying to have a child, do not take Spironolactone. I actually do not take Spironolactone anymore. Ooh. It hates me. It's trying to get out. I actually do not take Spironolactone anymore because I am in a committed relationship where we have made decisions where this will be unsafe. So I'm not going to put that one in my chest today. But that is another one that I would take at lunchtime. You take it with food. So I like to do that first thing. And that is 50 milligrams, and I took that once per day. I did have one of my doctors prescribe me 100 milligrams before, but then my dermatologist told me that is a ridiculous amount. So just make sure that y'all are taking these back. Again, I'm not saying go to your doctor and tell them that this is what I want. Give it to me right now because I saw some girl on YouTube. Don't do that. Make sure that you get your test done, your blood work done first before getting prescribed anything. But these vitamins will help anybody. So this one is a prenatal vitamin, y'all. There's a lot of fussing and fighting about what prenatal to take. I don't do that fussing or fighting. I take whichever one my insurance covers. I do get this from my doctor for those who have Medicaid and things like that. I highly recommend asking for it to be prescribed because you do have a disease that will cover it. I take this in the morning. You're supposed to take it on an empty stomach to allow maximum absorption. So that's gonna go. I told you I'll do some stuffing. We're gonna do that at the end. This vitamin D2. So I'm gonna show y'all how small this pill is. I take 1.25 milligrams of 50,000 units once per week. So yes, once per week, you definitely see a difference. It decreases inflammation, reduces stress. And then on top of that, it improves your mood so much because now your body has energy. You're not fatigued all the time, which fatigue can lead to depression, which we know are both symptoms of PCOS as well as anxiety. So I take this on Wednesdays because mentally it's just like, oh, it's hump day. I take this every Wednesday at lunch. So that is all we need that one for. And this last one here is Metformin ER. ER stands for extended release. I know you've probably heard crazy things about Metformin, and they're all true. No, but obviously we want to be preventative with all of this stuff. But if you're at a point where you need to take medication and really get a handle on things, Metformin really, really does help. I do not take this anymore because my stomach just does not agree. I don't take medicine on a regular. I started out with 500 milligrams, just the normal one. That tore my stomach. Well, actually, they started me out on 1,000, tore my stomach to shreds. Could not even leave the house. Then I got switched to the 500 milligrams per day, regular metformin. Tore me to shreds. Could not even leave the house. But then I got put on extended release. Extended release means that you don't get the same dosage the whole time. Your body is slowly being broken down by your stomach, and so you're getting a steady dose throughout the day. It is sufferable. This works really well for a lot of people. It's often prescribed for people with diabetes. If you are not this far in your journey yet, there are different types of PCOS. I have insulin resistance PCOS, and so that's why I was prescribed metformin. It does assist in your day-to-day insulin regulation and helps you restore hormonal balance. So for instance, if I go crazy and let's say I'm a week late on my cycle, or I just realize that I am haywire, I'll take one of these, or I'll take it until like my cycle gets here, because obviously I wasn't doing all of my vitamins correctly. So it is a saving grace, but it is a last ditch effort for me. It is something that you should get on. If you're not doing any of this, if you don't plan to change your diet, get on metformin for a month. See how you do, see how your body regulates. And I think sometimes once you see these results and you know that you can get them naturally, you kind of get some hope and start going into it. So I am all good at the time, so I won't be taking them. But this little oblong pill right here, again, talk to your doctor. But these are the 10 things that have gotten me to a certain point. I'll do another video about how I deal with hirsutism, how I grow my hair back, how I actually lose weight. I was able to lose 30 pounds last year. This year I'm going for a drop of 50 pounds. So this will be my final part of my weight loss journey. But these are the things that keep me mentally sane, physically together, and helps minimize some of the excessive hair, depression, anxiety, fatigue, and things that anybody can take. You can get most of this stuff anywhere except for the stuff that's prescribed, and you're not a granny. You're just taking control of your health. I'll link everything down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with somebody who is a PCOS warrior. You can also find me on Instagram at SheWarriorFit. It is a page specifically for women and people who live with others with PCOS to follow for workouts, updates like this, and just some general advice and conversation from people who get it. The girls who get it. The girls who don't. And they probably won't. And that's okay, because you got me.